Also, some more breaking news coming in. The Intelligence Bureau Chief has met with Home Minister Rajnath Singh, and sources have said that border situations, Pakistani ceasefire violations were discussed amongst the other issues. Joining me on the phone line is my colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu, who also tracks developments in the Ministry of Home Affairs. Kamal, when was this meeting? How long did it last? What more are you picking up from your sources?
Well, Smita, we all know the border situation and the situation at the line of control where ceasefire violations continue to take place. The Home Minister was briefed about the situation yesterday, but today he had a separate meeting with the IB chief who briefed him regarding the situation at the borders. And we've seen not just civilian damage which has taken place, but also a lot of civilian lives which have been lost. Now, we also know that Pakistan envoy Abdul Basit was summoned yesterday, and obviously he was told about these ceasefire violations, but we've seen a counter charge coming from them. But there has been extensive ceasefire violation, and we've always seen that every time there's a ceasefire violation, Pakistan does try and send in terrorists. There's obviously a live example of Naved here, but definitely the way things are, he's been kept a brief about all these developments at the line of control and international border.
Okay, and also, this series of meetings happening, Kamal, because we also know the Defence Minister will be meeting with the Army top brass today. As far as the Defence Ministry and the Home Ministry are concerned, are these ministers also constantly in touch with each other? What is the government's line of thinking at this point?
Smita, they do work in tandem, both the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Defence. And remember, the international border is manned by the BSF, which is under the charge of MHA. The Army obviously reports to the MOD. So we've seen whether it is division of work, whether it is about control of LOC and the international border. So they work in tandem. They do share information. They also man separate areas. So this is very important, that there needs to be a certain check. And with the number of intercepts coming in, that there is a continuous attempt by Pakistan infiltrators to come inside and wreak havoc. We know this sort of a situation obviously calls for an emergency meeting, and that is why we know that simultaneously there have been meetings both in the MOD and the MHA, and obviously a ground job being done by the forces.
Many thanks for now, Kamaljeet Sandhu, getting us up to speed with all the developments. Clearly, the government keeping a close watch as far as the hostilities and tensions along the line of control as far as the IB is concerned. But remember, there seems to be, of course, no end to these hostilities, even as India and Pakistan are preparing for the NSA level talks this weekend.